what you see. Oh, by the vibes that I got, I'm still dreaming about. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came.
Smoke billows over portions of Marawi City as fighter planes strike mountain strongholds on early Monday morning. The military says they're about to take a final assault on the terrorists. Ground commanders say only about 40 mountain fighters are left in the city center. At around 7 in the morning, Bronco jets are sizing up enemy targets. Then after a few moments, bombs blast buildings near a mosque where terrorists are holding hostages. Then came intense firepower. FA-50 jets begin their bomb runs. To keep the pressure on, Agusta Western helicopters took their turn, launching rockets on smaller enemy positions. Explosions could be seen near the Domocao Alonto Mosque, another mountain stronghold. The military says while they continue with their air raids, there are still important matters to consider.
Aside from the tactical value of that airstrike, we also consider the safety of the hostages. And also, we try to respect also the cultural and the religious icons in the area.
Military officials say they will not bomb the mosque even if it takes them longer to finish off the mountain. It remains unclear when the crisis in Marawi will end. Military officials won't say when the final push would take place or what would trigger the last assault. They had said the mountain is confined to only less than a square kilometer of moving space, but the situation on the ground remains uncertain.
We see this operation coming to an end soon. We're just not giving any deadline, and hopefully we convince many of our residents who are still there to think of their safety and get out.
Officials say they will intensify their airstrikes in the coming days as the situation calls for it. In Marawi City, Rex Remitio, CNN.
Plano raw ng mga terorista sa Marawi na gamitin ang mga bihag nito bilang human bombs na pasasabugin laban sa mga sundalo. Kasabay nito sinabi ng isa sa mga nakatakas na bihag ng mga terorista na buhay pa ang paring binihag nila. Umaksyon si Maricel Halili.
Kasunod ng pagtakas ng ilang sibilyan mula sa Maute Group, lumabas ang balitang mismong mga hostage ang balak gamitin ng mga terorista bilang suicide bombers. Kwento raw ng ilan sa mga nakatakas, plano ng mga terorista na kabitan ng bomba ang mga bihag para pasabugin ang mga sundalo. Mariin itong kinundina ng Malacanang.
We strongly denounce these desperate actions, which apparently are carefully calculated to create violent reaction from the general populace in order to create tension.
Base pa sa mga report, ang bihag na pari na si Father Chito Suganob ang inuutusan ng mga terorista na mangolekta ng mga pulbura mula sa firecrackers para gamitin sa paggawa ng bomba.
Itong mga in-reveal nila ay nagpapahiwatig na buhay pa nga itong si Father Chito. So mainam na nalaman natin ito sa salaysay nila dahil isa ito sa mga proof na nagpapatibay na itong mga hostages na ating sinisikap ma-rescue ay nariyan pa rin.
Kasabay nito, kinukumpirma na ng militar kung totoong sinamantala ng mga terorista ang malakas na buhos ng ulan sa Lanao del Sur, Kamakailan para makapasok ang ilang reinforcement. Pero pagdidiin ng militar, bantay sarado pa rin ang lahat ng lagusan sa Marawi.
We have laid down plans and forces to cover all of these avenues of approach, and we're confident that what we have is more than enough.
Sa taya ng militar, nasa 20 hanggang 40 terorista pa ang tinutugi sa lungsod. Umaaksyon, Maricel Halili, News 5.
Meanwhile, Malacanang has condemned the reported plans of Maute terrorists to use their hostages as suicide bombers once cornered by government security forces. 3 hostages who escaped from the war zone in Marawi City earlier told authorities about the ISIS-inspired group's plan. Presidential spokesperson Ernesto Abella described it as a desperate action which he said are carefully calculated to create violent reaction from the general populace in order to create tension between ethnic groups, which the terrorist groups expect to work in favor of their cause. Abella assured the public that government forces would continue to abide by the rules of engagement to ensure the safety of hostages amid operations to clear Marawi of all armed elements. About 46 hostages remain captive by the Maute terrorists.
The Armed Forces of the Philippines still has to confirm reports that there are some members of the Maute terrorist group allegedly entered Marawi City through Lake Lanao amid a heavy downpour to reinforce remaining terrorist force in the city.
Unfortunately, we have not confirmed that, and we are still checking as of the moment. So, but be that as it may, the forces that have been laid out in the lake area are adequate to cover any kind of movement.
However, the military official assured that it has enough forces to secure the vicinity of the lake to prevent any movement of the terrorists. The AFP also appealed to the civilians to cooperate with authorities through sharing verified and timely information. The military is also closely coordinating with officials of the local government.
If more citizens will commit themselves to help, we can guarantee that in no time at all, we will be able to bring a more sustainable peace in the entirety of Mindanao.
The military also confirmed reports that a Maute terrorist group is using their hostages to fight with them in the battle by collecting gunpowder for improvised explosive devices. The Malacanang strongly condemns the strategy and ensures that the military is doing everything it can to save the hostages of the terrorist group in Marawi City.
We strongly denounce these desperate actions, which apparently are carefully calculated to create violent reaction from the general populace in order to create tension between ethnic groups, which the terrorist groups expect to work in favor of their cause.
For now, Brigadier General Padilla said there are remaining 20 to 40 terrorist force in Marawi City. Rosa Licoz, UNTV News.
The leadership of the Armed Forces of the Philippines assures that all its soldiers battling in the terrorist Maute group in Marawi City are true to their sworn duties. AFP spokesperson Brigadier General Restituto Padilla says all their men are true to their promises to perform their duties well and to show their loyalty to the country.
All our personnel, all our soldiers, all our Marines on the ground are there. They're all accounted for. We do not doubt any of their loyalties. And in fact, many of those who gave up their lives in Marawi from day one up to present and still fighting.
The general also assures that none of their men went astray or betrayed the AFP. He says this is also true with the former members of the Moro National Liberation Front or MNLF who have now become soldiers.
Our Muslim brothers and sisters also from the MLLF who have been integrated, and many communities who have decided to join the armed forces and who have qualified to be soldiers, Marines, and other members of the armed services. So, by and large, there has not been any incident of that nature.
Padilla made a statement following the pronouncement of PNP Chief Police Director General Ronald Bato de la Rosa, claiming that there are some members of the police being investigated for suspicions of colluding with the Maute terrorist group. Ray Pelayo, UNTV News and Rescue.
Naniniwala ang militar na matatapos na sa mga susunod na linggo ang bakbakan sa Marawi. Ang problema lang nila ngayon ay kung paanong matutunton ang mga natitirang terorista kasama pa ang kanilang mga kaanak. Umaksyon si Kay Unson.
Sa mga eksklusibong larawan na nakuha ng News 5, makikitang nagkalat ang mga bangkay sa kalsada ng Barangay Bangolo dahil sa patuloy na bakbakan ng militar at ng mga terorista. Sa isa pang larawan, makikita rin ang grupo ng mga lalaking ito na bitbit ang ISIS flag habang nag-iikot sa barangay para mag-recruit ng mga sibilyan. Sa isa pang larawan, makikita naman ang mga armadong lalaki na sakay ng pickup truck. Ayon sa source ng News 5, papunta raw sila sa frontline. Ang litratong ito naman kuha raw sa loob mismo ng batomos na pinagkukutaan ngayon ng mga terorista. Makikita rito ang isang bata na may sugat sa noo. Sa panayam noon ng News 5 sa ilang nakatakas na bihag, sinabing nasa 44 pa ang mga hawak ng terorista kabilang na si Father Chito Suganov. Pero ayon sa military source, hindi raw bihag ang ilang bata na nahagip sa larawan, kundi kaanak ng mga terorista na tumutuloy sa moske. Malaking hamon ngayon sa militar na makapagligtas ng mas maraming buhay.
Yun ang greatest challenge namin, and we are much more current kung saan ang location nila.
Kada araw, 39 na gusali raw ang nababawi ng mga sundalo. Pero pahirapan pa rin dahil sa nagkalat ng improvised explosive device o IED. Kahapon, 7 sundalo ang nasugatan. 2 sa kanila posible pa raw maputulan ng paa.
I cannot explain yung how difficult it is. Na yung almost all buildings were laid with mines, complicated mines.
Sa kabila nito, nagsalita ang Western Mindanao Command kung kailan posibleng matapos ang gyera.
We are trying. Alam naman natin na we cannot set a timeline, but the indication says that makaya natin within weeks, few weeks.
Mula Marawi, umaaksyon. Kay Imson.